And this is Josh. And this is Ethan. And this is Shekinah. Shaki. And this is Ecclesia. Darius. That's Darius. Abby, where you at, baby? That's Abin. And put the camera on me. And this is Mama Sue. Mama Sue, baby.
This is what the black community gonna look like in the next 20, 30 years because all the passport bros. I will say this though, that Blasian mix is a beautiful mix. So I mean, so you ain't really taking the L. It's just that in our next generation is gonna look different. That's all I'm saying. And if that's what it looks like, if that's what it's gonna be, I mean, it don't look bad. I'm just saying. And Mama Sue looked just as happy as can be. So I'm assuming she's happy with the black man that she chose and that he chose her.
The thing is, when you go to Colombia, $2 can do a lot for you in Colombia. The woman too, right? And since day one, they are hoping for one day that an American man will come so they can show him love too. So when you come with that, they're putting their best foot forward. This dude is thinking in his mind, right? I met this girl that lives. I met this girl that lives in a flat in Cartagena, right? She lives in a flat in Cartagena with her mother, one bathroom, terrible, right? I met her. I met her in the club. Me and my boys, my frat boys, went on vacation. I met her and she liked me a lot. You know, took her to my hotel room. She's never been in that hotel in her entire life. This is a baddie that doesn't know she's a baddie, except like that. I'm saying she's fine. She doesn't even know she's that fine. She just knows she's a Colombian girl. Yes, that's all she knows. But she submits to this guy in the 2 hours that she meets him. He goes and pops. He spends $60, and it feels like he spent $700 to him, right? So now she says she's in love with him. She really likes him. And then he's a professional. He's a professional that works a great job, and he's thinking, you know what? I'll fly her to America. He keeps talking to her after he leaves Colombia, and then he flies her in, and then she goes from that flat in Cartagena, right, to a condo in Buckhead, and she sees what she can have. She will submit her life, her mother's life, her children's lives, everybody's lives to be anything that he wants. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you listen to the woman or the women in the background, but they was making little slick comments the whole time he was talking about that whole situation. They was like, you don't like your own people. Like for making that decision to go overseas and things like that. He just simply is trying to explain how it is. And I think women get so angry with dudes going overseas to find love or to find women that they are attracted to is because they realize, and this is my opinion, right? I think that they realize that they no longer have the leverage that they once had when the men were only in America, because at one point, those women were the only options they had. And because typically women outside of their community usually didn't want those type of men unless they had a substantial amount of money. Women from their own community was the only type of women that they was choosing. And when people know you don't really have any other options, they treat you any type of way. For example, if you had a job and your boss knew that you weren't qualified to get any other position, that you needed that job, your boss is fit to treat you in any type of way. But if your boss knows that you have options and you're of value to the company, then they're going to be nicer to you. They're going to try to figure out ways of how can they accommodate you how can they make you more comfortable with staying with their company. It's the same thing with the dating overseas and the passport bros, and women are understanding that the leverage they had and the power that they had, they don't have it any longer. Because if the women over here require $100,000 a year for her to even treat you with respect, the women over there only require $10,000 a year to be treated with respect. For them as a prerequisite to treat their man with respect. And at the end of the day, men just want peace. We just want a woman that respects us, and we want peace. And what it sounded like he's saying, the women over there will give you that. Because to them, you rich. Then someone would be like, well, what makes them different than us? They're just gold diggers and stuff like that. Well, at the end of the day, all women care about is security anyway. So that's just a nicer way of saying that y'all all are gold diggers. So why not get a cheaper gold digger? I'm just saying.
I would refer to myself as a like, well, if going out on a date with a guy makes me a then that's just what I'm going to be.
I don't think going out on a date makes you a but having sex with different men makes you a
Well, what does it make you if you have sex with different women?
A slut maker.
A slut maker. Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
I wish I could.
How you doing? With all due respect, I want you. I think that you're one of the most prettiest girls I've ever seen in my life. And I don't want to wait around for somebody else to come in and try and sweep you off your feet and mess it up. I feel like I'm the man for the job.
You feel like that?
Yeah, because I'm not here to play around no more. My playing days are over.
Playing days.
Been over, years ago, before college.
How old are you?
20. How old are you? Even better. You can teach me something, and I can teach you things as well.
What can you teach me?
I don't know. I got to figure out what you don't know yet. You look like a smart girl.
I would like to think that.
Exactly. You should think so.
Yeah.
Because you look like it.
Thank you.
But, let me get your number.
I am dating somebody, so I will not be.
If you dating somebody, then why'd you give them the time of day? Why did you even entertain it that long? Oh my.
Twice I had to correct women by calling me my first name when we have no type of ties like that.
Huh?
Women like to feel their way around. Like they like to do things, push the envelope and see if they can get away with it. Women are almost like children with that. And if you don't snap them back, they're going to keep going and keep going and keep going. A lot of times women think I'm mean or I'm rude when I do stuff like that. No, I understand how women operate. And if you don't get a hold of the situation in the beginning, it's just going to get worse because women are not self-governed. Women they just don't have certain aspects that men typically have. This is why they get so comfortable with each other and disrespect each other and laugh and joke and violate each other and then get back and be friends again. Nah, you can't do that to me.
I said this many times, and I'm speaking from experience, actual experience, all right? Coming from somebody who used to be just always the brother, always the friend zone one, to a dude that was respected by females in a sense where they was like, you know, basically want to date me or they want more than a friendship. The only difference between a dude in the friend zone and a dude that's not in the friend zone is mainly his level of assertiveness. If you ever let a woman disrespect you without correcting it or checking it, you know, you ain't gotta be crazy about it. You ain't gotta be like, oh, trying to be intimidating. You just let them know respectfully, like, hey, like, if we're gonna continue to have any type of friendship, relationship, anything, you cannot disrespect me. I had to say it to my own sister. And this is my sister. I say, if we're gonna continue to have a good relationship as brothers and sisters, you can't hang the phone up on me no more. Or we won't have a relationship. And she understood that, and she agreed to it. You gotta demand respect with women. You can't be concerned about if you make her mad or hurt her feelings. You have to draw a line in the sand and let them know straight up what's up. See, men understand this because it can result in a fight, right? And they know that. So it's like if a dude don't want to fight you or he wants the same respect back, he gonna respect you because he know it can turn to a physical altercation. Where with a woman, she knows you ain't gonna fight. She know you ain't gonna fight her. For the most part, especially if you're a real man, you ain't gonna really want to hit a woman. Real men don't have any desire to hit a woman. So in a relationship with a woman, respect is to be demanded. And you don't, like I said, you don't got to get irate about it. You just have to let them know that that's something that you value and you will not tolerate anything else. And if she continues to disrespect you, you might just have to leave that relationship. Now, if you're married, it's a little bit more complicated. I ain't giving marriage advice. In a marriage, I would just encourage you to get counseling and not to walk out in your marriage. Somebody needed counseling about wearing these mismatched socks. I'm just saying, respect is the biggest thing. And when a woman respects you, she'll treat you differently. So everything she's saying is facts. And I love when women say it because it makes so much sense.